The fight between the city of Vincennes and the owners of the Executive Inn moved to a new venue, but is still a long way from being resolved. After years of inspections and litigation, the city building inspector last month issued an order of demolition to the hotel's owners. Last night, the owners began an appeal before a newly formed Building Safety Commission. News 10's Mike Grant reports the initial hearing was both long and contentious.
The Vincennes building inspector claims the Executive Inn has so many safety violations, it needs to be demolished. The owners of the old hotel disagree. So now the two sides are fighting it out in front of the newly formed Building Safety Commission, even though the attorney for the Executive Inn questions whether the board was legally formed.
If you're going to appoint people to a board that's going to deal with multi-million-dollar properties, it sort of seems to me that it ought to be done in public. So there's at least a question in my mind as to whether or not that was appropriate.
While the owners of the Executive Inn questioned the authority of the Building Safety Commission, the attorney for the city inspector raised his own issues about the credibility of the Executive Inn's engineer, Phil Grounds,
who, according to the evidence that we submitted, is not currently licensed in the state of Indiana.
Folks representing the hotel spent 3 hours explaining to the commission that the old hotel is structurally sound and should not be torn down. The lengthy presentation led the commission to leave the demolition question on the table until it gets a chance to hear what the building inspector has to say. In Vincennes, I'm Mike Grant, News 10.
The Building Safety Commission has scheduled a meeting next Tuesday at 6 p.m. in the council chambers to hear the city side of the demolition case.